You're trying to figure out what you want to do and where you're going to go. And I think a real important thing to think about is I find it, book sense is great to have. You've got to have the book sense. But if you got any bit of common sense, use it. Because common sense is the most valuable tool you're going to be able to have once you leave Grady. Using common sense and building relationships with people is really what it's all about. I mean, and it's just kind of connecting and making those connections with people, and you'll find what you need. A lot of times you'll think, God, it's going to be so hard to get to that place, or, you know, this guy had a friend, or he knew this person, or he was lucky, or whatever. And in many cases, that is true. But, you know, unless you're out there trying and you're connecting with people and making relationships, you know, you're not going to get what you want. So I found that some of the most simple connections that people make at my level, at people that work for me on their level, are the most valuable, the ones that make a big difference. Some people think, oh, I got to have a resume that, you know, is killer and blows people away, or I've got to have, you know, 17 degrees, and that's, you know, sometimes those are very important depending on what kind of job you're going after or what you want to do in life. But so much of it just depends on the simple drive of just being able to make a connection with somebody, make a friend, you know, build relationships. Well, in TV, ideas are king. I mean, content is king. So, you know, if you've got a good idea and you can kind of pollinate that idea, make it grow, and so it's a story, or it's bigger than just one little nugget of an idea, and you can kind of make it bigger, then you're on the right track. Because, you know, people in the industry pay a lot of money for good ideas. I mean, that's why there are great shows on TV. This business, if you want to get into the idea creation business in television, you need to learn how to write well. So get into writing, you know, that would help. And then, you know, just practice with ideas. And, you know, and try to get into the business any way you can. A big thing of mine was I used to be like, well, I'm on this whole fair, you know, I'm going to try to be as fair as I can to everybody, because being fair is the right thing to do. You know, it's just the right thing to do. And it is the right thing to do. Being fair is the right thing to do. But life ain't fair. And if you constantly think that you're going to try to make things fair out of life being not fair, you're going to pull your hair out. And that's one thing I've tried to focus on instead of when trying not to take things personally, is you know, it's just some people are going to react in certain ways to who I am, and I have no control over them. And so I shouldn't get all upset about it, and move on. You know, just move forward. Very difficult to do. And, you know, unfortunately, fear gets in the way of a lot of opportunity. Well, I don't want to do that because I might look stupid if I ask him the wrong question, or I'm going to get embarrassed, or be fearless. Don't let that get in the way. Because that one time you might do that, and you thought, well, I shouldn't do it. If you just that one time did it, it might open doors you never thought you'd have been able to open.